G'day folks, my name's Jaiden Drought, Farm Trader Magazine. Here we are in sunny Reiter. With me is Jason, he's the service manager, and behind me is the Reiter Merger. So we're just going to go through some of the features of this machine over conventional rakes in terms of efficiency and also how much cleaner the crop is, which for the end product in the livestock and equine market is a really key selling point for these guys. So g'day mate, thanks for having us.
Welcome, thank you.
So let's just start at the front of the machine. So often conventional twin or quad rotor rakes are PDO driven, so this one does have a combination. It's a bit of a hybrid. So talk us through what the PDO runs and then also what the load sensing
Right,
is.
so on the Reiter Merger, what we do is we run a combination of three different things. So the PDO here drives two main PFC pumps. This controls the belt speed, the rotor which we've got here, and also the pickup itself. So this drives off, it's got its own internal hydraulic oil tank through this part of the drawbar here. It holds 180 litres of oil, so quite a bit of oil, keeps things cool and everything else as well, so that goes quite well. And then also the other side of it too is it runs on the remotes. The remotes are purely just for lifting the each side arm up and down, and then the rest of it is on load sensing. So that runs all the folding up action of the machine itself, the wheels moving in and out, and also the modulation when the machine's contouring through the ground. So if we come around the back, we'll just show on the back of the machine. Obviously the difference over the Reiter to other machines on the market is they're running the four wheels. The reason for this is it helps the contouring through the ground. So when the machine's in a working position, this runs in float. So that means the machine can move with the wheels, and then also they contour through the ground at the same time.
So we've got some skid plates which are hard to see at the moment, but there's skid plates under the pickup itself. So that obviously the whole pickup itself can flex.
So the pickup itself is in thirds, so it flexes off and then also runs in conjunction with the skids, which you can just see down here. So they turn and stop that skidding effect on the ground, which you get with damaging on the crop. In our lucerne in particular, but also on grass, and then they are tied back. It's a bit hard to see here, but tied back to underneath here, so that helps with the flexibility of the machine itself as well.
So that combined with the four wheels just really gives that contour hugging.
Beautiful contouring.
Yeah. So some of that, not all of the grounds like this, some ex-forestry ground, obviously that is a key selling point for you guys.
And when you get multi-undulation within that, this will go both ways and work through the contouring of the land. So.
And as you can see here, like the pickup job is, we've still got worm castings sitting on top of the ground here, but no crop, which you simply wouldn't get that with conventional rakes.
Exactly. Yep.
So coming back round to the pickup, so we've got plastic strippers, but you've got some, it's a camless pickup, and it's quite small diameter comparative to some other, pickups that you'd see on the market too.
So what we've got here is just shows the easy ability of the pickup itself. That's the main part of the rotor. That's sort of the size of the pickup. These just will clip together. Those ones there, so it's quite easy to change the tines and stuff. So they just clip on like that and so, and there's three on each half. And then you just clip this together. That clips on there, and then those two halves go together like that. On there, they just hold together, and then there's a single steel band that goes around those as well.
So it's running a camless. It's just a centre shaft.
Centre shaft. No cams.
Yep.
That just has wee clips there that clip on.
Yep.
That locks onto there's a wee slot in the shaft itself. So really easy to change. You can change one of these units out in 5 minutes. They do a fantastic job. So.
And obviously the plastic strippers as well give a lot of flexibility, and this obviously does give flexibility on that ground contouring as well. And so then moving up, so we've got the top rotor, which this all folds down, so you've got the crop roller and then the top rotor. Just talk us through what the benefits you've seen in that as well.
So one main benefit of this is that this works like a lot of you guys will notice rotor is shaped like a rotor and a baler, so it helps bring the crop, so when it's coming through the pickup, which is quite small diameter, that'll actually flick that up, and it just brings that up with this crop roller here into the rotor, so the rotor actually does a lot of work of actually pulling that crop through onto the belt itself. So it does a fantastic job.
And so that obviously in that light fluffy, as lucerne can get light and fluffy, it just helps bring that onto the belt.
Oh, it does, yes. And the other thing you can do too with the PFC system on the machine itself is we can adjust the rotor speed in conjunction with the belt speed. So we can have the belt speed running faster or slower, depending on crop conditions, and same with the rotor itself as well.
And so that obviously isn't, I mean, the reason of going to a merger is to end up with a nice, smooth crop row, but this obviously makes that a huge difference in both light and heavy crops,
Oh, it does,
you know? Just the ability to adjust that.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so then moving back to the belts, just talk about, so this is a 9 metre configuration, but just tell us how you can, you know, move it around so that you can go sort of essentially 9, 18 or 27, varying on the crop condition.
Oh yes, so we can do, what we can do is centre merge, obviously at the configuration it is at the moment, but then we can also go along and bring the machine together so it's closed up in the middle, and then we can go up one side and down the other, and then we can bring it across as well. So the other thing we can do too is we can pick it up in the middle, and we can change the belt direction so we can feed off either side. So we can feed out if we wanted to, and then go round in lands and then bring it back up. So. And
so also you can do 3 mower rows onto one side,
yes, yep.
Then come back up side, 3 and then leave up 3 in the middle, and then merge that all up, and that's your 27. 27. Which on conditions like this, when it's hot, dry conditions, actually trying to conserve that moisture into the lucerne is fantastic.
Yes, yep.
Yeah. Okay, and so just talk about so the construction is very heavy in the middle,
yes,
and then it sort of gets lighter, more high tensile further out you go, just to aid that flexibility.
Oh, it does. Yep. Yeah. A lot of the machines made of high tensile steel. Obviously, this main beam drawbar through here, and then it's all obviously bolted together. It's very strong. All high tensile on the back, which is the main frame where all the pivots and everything hang off for the hydraulic rams and the arms. And then all this lighter stuff is still a lot of high tensile steel, but it adds a lot of flexibility within the machine itself.
So just from a service manager's perspective, like you've been doing this for a long time, I mean this is a relatively new machine to you guys, but you know, you must have seen just even these, you know, the flexibility, you know, like, and the running costs of something like this.
We haven't done many times. I think we've replaced 6 times since we've had it this season. We brought it into New Zealand ourselves, assembled it in our workshop, and then had it all running and everything. But that's very easy to service. We've had quite a good run out of these so far, so even the machine at the moment is probably done in excess of 1,000 hectares of work, and then through the season we'll probably do between, I'd say, up to that 10,000 hectare mark with our crop rotations. So.
Sweet. So a bit of background on the machine, you guys imported it, Thomas Reiter himself, he used to work for Pottinger for 20 years,
yes.
And he's branched out, this is his baby, and so he's put all of that engineering ability and knowledge into a machine like this, and for you guys, just the ability to mow 1,500 hectares in one hit, and and then get it all on the ground and still preserve that quality. And essentially have, you know, what is merging 27 metres into one is like having 3 9 metre rakes running at once, but
it is,
without all the running costs, isn't it? You know,
yes,
so
that's the thing,
so it makes a lot of sense. Hey, cool. Thanks very much for your time today, Jace.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Check out the upcoming review, folks. There'll be a review in the magazine. There'll also be the upcoming video at farmtrader.co.nz, as well as on the social media applications, and also check it out on Farm Trader TV on Country TV.
Yeah.